Okay, there we go. Hey guys, welcome back to howtobuycrypto.com. I'm going to try and keep this brief as I can. The last couple of videos have been going pretty long, but I had a couple of questions asked to me, Manny, about arbitrage, about locking in rates on the different exchanges, and I want to address that here in just a moment, but I do want to show you quickly, guys, what I'm doing with the website. Here's howtobuycrypto.com. I went ahead and added a Facebook page, so for those, that are coming to it, you guys that are finding it, you can find us on Facebook. And I put in two of my earlier videos of the intro to crypto investing and intro to digital currencies. If you guys have not looked at these videos, I highly recommend you go in and check them out. But basically, because this lays the foundation for what I talk about and, all these other videos and kind of some of my principles that I stand on before I go into investing into the market. And of course, here's the YouTube channel again, and the link to $10 of free crypto. Again, here's the My Quick Tip profile page, and then the group page, the My Quick Tip investing, and again, my personal page that you can also find me at. So thank you guys for tuning in. We're getting more subscribers. It says 28 up here. And do want to point out that that we do have a dip here today in the market, 106 billion compared to 114 yesterday. So, you're seeing some of that volume coming out, and it's whales, guys, people that have, hundreds of thousands of dollars to move around, in some cases, millions of dollars to move around, and investing and pulling out profit. So not to worry about that. But basically, I wanted to tell you guys that with arbitrage, what I was trying to explain yesterday, I kind of, it's kind of hard to explain without doing it and going step by step and showing you some of the processes. But again, I'm going to try and bring it up and explain if Coinbase, which, most people start at Coinbase, yeah, let's say crypto, today, let's say that Bitcoin is at $2,500. And then for Poloniex, Bitcoin is at $3,000. You're like, great, it's a higher rate. I want to move my Bitcoin from Coinbase over to Poloniex. And the only benefit you have to that is if you move it over to Poloniex is buying with it. Because if you just move it over to Poloniex to hold it because it's a higher rate, well, Coinbase goes back up as well. So sometimes Coinbase is more has a higher value than Poloniex, and sometimes vice versa. Poloniex has a higher rate than Coinbase. So if you're just moving it back and forth with who has the higher value, you're just paying fees because you're not moving your money around to do any benefit for you. So what I was saying is to lock in the rate on Poloniex, and let me go ahead and switch my screen here again for you so you can see what I'm talking about here in Poloniex. Now, I'm on the BTC tab real quick, but basically I click on this USDT tab, okay? So if I were to move my Bitcoin over here to Poloniex, and let's say it's here. And like I said, let's say Coinbase has the price at $3,000 when it was only $2,500 at Coinbase. Well, I can move it over here, and what I can do is go ahead and sell BTC into US dollar amount, and I would just say 1 BTC, and then here's the price. Well, in our illustration, it'd be $3,000, right, is the total, and you would buy, and then basically that would give you a $500 bonus for having moved it over to Poloniex, and now you have $3,000 US dollars. The problem here is that you can't move this back over to Coinbase because it's just USDT. Now, Coinbase only takes Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, right? So USDT, what you can do is move it into something else that you want. Like I was talking about Litecoin. And so, I'd go and click on Litecoin, and it's $28 here. I could buy Litecoin with the gains that I have, and then I can move that back over to Coinbase and then cash out, because then I would have also, because Bitcoin in Poloniex price isn't changing. It's still $3,000. So if I moved it over to Poloniex, $3,000, but I moved it back to Coinbase, then it's not changed in the value, right? So I don't get any value by moving it over to Poloniex and then back to Coinbase. But if I did buy something like Ethereum, if Ethereum was cheaper, and then move it back over to Coinbase and cash out, I will have been able to bought more Ethereum. In this case, 1 point something Ethereum extra for free, and then move it back over to Coinbase if I wanted to cash it out. You might not want to. You might just want to say, hey, I'm going to sell it into USDT and then just keep my profit here and do nothing else. And that's fine. You can do that and then wait for something else like Bitcoin, the price to drop, and then you can buy back in with USDT and actually buy more Bitcoin with it, with what you had. And that's one way to do it. And so by locking in a price, I mean selling it into, because the U.S. dollar tether is tied to the U.S. dollar, and so that's the closest you can get outside of crypto. I guess inside of crypto to the U.S. dollar amount. And but if you don't do it that way, you like I said, you're not really locking in anything. Because you just moved from one exchange to the other. If you don't move it out of Bitcoin, you're not really making any gains. Okay, so USDT is one way to do it, and the caution that I was having was basically against because you saw today. Let's say you transferred over to Poloniex last night for whatever reason, the blockchains aren't confirming very soon, and so you did it at midnight and you're tired, you had to go to bed. You waited an hour, nothing happening. So Poloniex, you wake up the next morning and it tanks to like what happened today. We have a lot of people getting out of the market. Well, $7 billion worth of people moving out of the market. So, this is normal flow, guys. I'm not worried about it at all. Normal, healthy market going up and down. Okay. We've seen incredible gains, so you guys really shouldn't be worried about it. So if that happened overnight, and then now the price on Poloniex, your Bitcoin does show up, but now the price has dropped even lower than it was before. Then it doesn't, you didn't gain anything. Let's say it matched Coinbase now, you didn't gain anything, and there was no point. In fact, you lose a fee, whatever, at $3,000, you're looking at over $30 a fee, just to move your money, and then you just lost $30 for no reason. And the other way of doing it was if you did put it into USDT. But the price dropped in the process while you're, waiting. It's actually getting closer and closer to that $2,500 in the illustration that it was in Coinbase. Then, by the time you get it into USDT and then try and buy back into the market has fluctuated back down to where, the price is gone. How does that work? USDT, $3,000. I lost my illustration here. This is what happens when, I try to get multiple things going, playing with my computer and stuff. But anyhow, essentially the thing is, if you didn't get it into USDT, you didn't lock in the rate. And if the price moves, okay, that's what the illustration was. So let's say that in USDT, you still had the $3,000, but let's say Bitcoin jumps up to $3,100. So now you're in a deficit by $100 plus the fee that you had, the $30 fee in the first place. So you're $130 in the hole now, even though it was a higher rate on Poloniex. And if the price jumped up, and that I'm saying if both of them, Coinbase and Poloniex, jumped up, and so those are your only places to get it, and you can't get it for any cheaper, then you're out of luck. And then that's just one of the problems with arbitrage. It doesn't always work out the way you want it to, but sometimes it's great. Sometimes you're able to pull hundreds or thousands of dollars out of doing it. And people do this all the time. A lot of people use the API keys to go across multiple platforms, so they could be doing things in and out of exchanges much easier than actually just signing into one and then signing into the other. So that's something that you could consider, but not something I'm going to explain. So anyhow, guys, also real quickly, Coinbase had an article. I don't know if I could find that article. That the people were pushing about what was it, like Hawaii shutting down Coinbase and not allowing people to access their accounts. Guys, it's just FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt that people were spreading. That did happen. They did lock out Hawaii, but it's only because Hawaii was trying to charge Coinbase an absurd amount of money to operate there, and then they eventually made it illegal for Coinbase to operate there. So they can't, actually, the reason that they shut down those accounts, and they had already given, a heads up to people there in Hawaii, to that had account. So it's not like they didn't see it coming in, that they shut them out. But it was a process that was happening. So guys, I still highly recommend Coinbase. They're still the easiest way to access, buy, and in fact trade Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. You can do it from your phone. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, give me a call. Email me at myquicktip@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, on YouTube. And again, if you hadn't watched those intro videos, I highly recommend them. So I will talk to you guys later. God bless you. Bye-bye.